You know the only thing more annoying than a bad anime? Well, it's the bad fan base of a good anime. So welcome, women and gentlewomen, to the worst fandoms in anime. First of all, yes, I know it's a brilliant idea for a video, but secondly, it's an even better idea for a series. So I would like to cover all the bad fandoms in anime, but unfortunately, there are more bad fandoms than there are anime somehow. So alas, I've reached an impasse. And then, of course, the brilliant gears started turning in the head of old Nuxanor, and I was like, well, gee willikers, butter my backside and call me a biscuit. We could make this a series. Welcome to episode 1 of the worst fandoms in anime. I personally love this idea because calling out bullshit is one of the reasons why I started my entire channel. So 50,000 likes and worst fandoms in anime part 2 will be out in a week. And in the meantime, let's jump into the meat and potatoes of one of the inspirations for making this entire video, because since Demon Slayer is on its way out, I don't know how much time I have today, but we will start with the bad fandom of Demon Slayer. First and foremost, some ground rules. Saying that an anime has a bad fandom, it doesn't mean everyone that is a fan of the anime is bad. I like Demon Slayer. Okay, fine, not a good point. I understand. Some may classify me as a bad fan. My trolliness has its perks, but definitely has its downsides reputation-wise. But I think that a lot of people that like Demon Slayer are awesome. But the thing about fandoms in general is the more popular the subject matter is, the larger the fandom becomes. And the larger the fandom becomes, the more weirdos are in the fandom. The more weirdos with louder voices, all of a sudden, weird shiz starts happening everywhere. And Demon Slayer is legit 1000%, no exception to this. It did not survive uncleansed and untouched by the purity and holiness of its incredibly awesome fandom. In a nutshell, Demon Slayer takes place in a world where there are demons and there are demon slayers. The demon slayers slay demons. Pretty straightforward shiz going on so far. You know how the main character in many anime, using My Hero Academia as an example, you got a guy like Taku. Taku is A, moral Jesus. B, striving to get stronger. C, the guy's a coward and has to work past that. Well, if you take those 3 components and split them up individually, you get the core cast of Demon Slayer. Tanjiro, moral Jesus. Zenitsu, the coward guy that has to become more courageous. And Inosuke, the guy that's constantly trying to become stronger. The dynamics between the 3, as I'm sure you can tell, are phenomenal. And Nezuko is the main female woman. Like most women, I guess. But that's an entirely different political discussion. Nezuko is the most adorable thing on the face of the planet. Everyone loves her, even though there is no fan service of her, despite the fact that most 15-year-old anime women have a fan service of them that no one questions. Keep that in mind, it'll be important later. Nezuko not only is an extremely useful character plot-wise, but holds many thematic, relevant purposes within the story itself, making her not just a pair of boobs floating around behind the main characters to add a bit of flavor. So now with that all out of the way, it's fandom time! So as far as the first season of an anime with only 25 episodes of runtime, there is a limit to how popular it can actually get. I mean, One Piece has been going on for 20 years, so obviously it has a large fan base. Same with Naruto and other behemoth anime that are huge with a massive following. I'm not saying that Demon Slayer became as popular as, say, Attack on Titan or even Sword Art Online when they were on their rise, but this is definitely one of the most popular first seasons of an anime this short. Even My Hero Academia Season 1 wasn't nearly making the waves Demon Slayer did in the overall community, and I've been around for both of those, so I remember. And the world just wasn't as woke 3 years ago as it is now. I don't know. But you know, the Demon Slayer fandom got really damn big when you had Ninja. You ever heard of the guy? He's like, I don't know, some little streamer over on Mixer, this no-name platform, whatever. You probably never heard of him. He's been tweeting out constantly that Demon Slayer is his favorite anime of all time. And well, people, myself included, may have perhaps given him slightly too much crap on that. I actually have relatively much respect for Ninja as far as online personalities go. Even though I've never watched him stream, I feel like his persona carries over very well. That said, I don't think anyone that's seen a few hundred anime would have that opinion of Demon Slayer. I mean, I personally love Demon Slayer. Not my favorite anime of all time, and that's putting it lightly. Now, all that aside, that freaking stupid tweet of Ninja goddamn tore the community to pieces, and I don't think Ninja even noticed, to be honest. We got Demon Slayer stans saying, hell yeah, Ninja likes what we like. Not that that really make any difference to the Demon Slayer stans. Then there were people saying, bruh, Demon Slayer's not even that good. How could you say that? You have stupid garbage taste. And then you have have other people saying, why are you hating on Ninja? He's allowed to like what he likes. Now, I am very much into the philosophy of everyone is allowed to like what they like. Art, by definition, is subjective. I'm not telling you what art you're supposed to appreciate. I don't care about that, but I could meme whatever I want because memes are objectively awesome. All right, that's my philosophy. You like what you like, I meme what I meme. Everyone's happy, but somehow the community was still butthurt about this. Everyone tugging the situation a different way, except for Ninja, who probably, once again, did not notice anything was going on at all. Now, around the same time, Ninja tweeted that, bro, I think Demon Slayer is my favorite anime of all time. Demon Slayer episode 19 aired and trended in the US of A. Yes, an anime episode from a one-season anime actually trended in the US due to his absolute beauty and awesomeness. You don't see that happen much. I mean, One Piece chapters occasionally do it when they drop, but as far as anime episodes go, it's gotta be some massive climax to a long-awaited fight. I've never seen episode 19 of an anime series freak the entire community out like that. It was breathtaking and gorgeous and trended in the US. At this point, I think all the YouTubers were like, oh, wait a second, this is actually popular, we should all make videos on it. And, well, that's what happened. Giga dropped the video right after that. I've dropped 2 Demon Slayer videos since then, although in my personal defense, I was like the only one that made a Demon Slayer before that, so I'm pretty happy that I'm not a total sellout, only a partial sellout. Also, it was a really hype episode, so that's okay. Anime Uproar started doing Demon Slayer content. Anime Balls Deep started doing Demon Slayer content. Mother's Basement, who hasn't been doing a lot of seasonal anime videos lately, actually made several Demon Slayer videos since that episode 19 shook the world. I am not calling anyone out per se, but it was obvious that between Ninja tweeting, the trending on Twitter, episode 19 being very awesome, kablamo! The last month had a lot of Demon Slayer content being made on YouTube, and it woke the community up in a big way to this new series, which honestly is A, amazing, B, phenomenal animation and music. Like, there's no reason to not like Demon Slayer, and that's when the fandom decided to explode. And when I say explode, I mean got really big, so included all the fringe nutcases as well. A lot of cool Demon Slayer shiz was going on before anything else happened. I'm not per se a massive fan of cosplay in general, but when I see a good cosplay, I get extremely excited, and, you know, even though I'm just looking at Twitter on my phone on the toilet or something, I will stand up off the toilet to give a round of applause for the beautiful cosplay I have just witnessed. Jessica Nigri, aside from a massive congrats on 1 million Twitter followers, extremely cool, you goddamn blew my mind with your Inosuke cosplay. I take it back. Demon Slayer has a dope fandom. All's good. I am a happy dude. And then I saw someone on Twitter freak out that Tanjiro is a secret Nazi. Yeah, welcome to the worst fandoms in anime, fam. Nothing can surprise you. Now, I've heard the Nazi stuff before when it applied to anime. JoJo's Part 2, well, there is an actual Nazi in it, so, I mean, if that triggers you, I feel bad for you, bro. But JoJo's Part 2 is amazing. Hellsing Ultimate, there was an entire Nazi vampire army that was attacking. All right, so, whatever. But the fact that you're gonna extrapolate that Tanjiro's Harafuda earring right here looks like this imperialist Japanese Nazi-esque flag when they were terrorizing the Chinese, and go on to say that the anime and manga should change the designs on his earrings is a little bit of a stretch, and not exactly a reason to throw a temper tantrum on Twitter. Now, who am I to judge? I am a stupid weeb who should not be given the privilege to have the right to commentate on brilliant political matters such as this, but this was a big Twitter uproar. I feel like I handled it very well on Twitter, a very mature way that I thought tackled the subject with the exact amount of respect, dedication, and care that it truly deserved, not making light of the situation whatsoever, and I did it with this tweet. Yup, a dignifying response that I am very proud of when my opinion was asked on Twitter. I felt like that topic was approached very nicely. Thank you, thank you. I know I'm a very dignified individual. What can I say? I'm just very awesome. I mean, I personally was a little offended that Tanjiro's cloak thing is black and green. I think that it's insulting to colorblind people who can't see the color green, and it should have only been in different shades of gray, but hey, that's just my opinion. So very awesome that we got whole articles written about the secret Nazi Tanjiro, who's just like the nicest protagonist in all of anime. So glad we got that out of the way. But once a fandom gets it's big, you know what's coming, and it's the influx of the Rule 34 fan art that I cannot fully show on the YouTube. Now, this applies to everything, and the more popular it is, the more diverse and wonderfully interesting visions from different, well, 18-plus artists materialize on the internet. I think Pokemon has taken many trophies home in that respect with, you know, its 10-year-old characters that are all involved in bestiality porn for one reason or another. But in Demon Slayer, there is a character, Nezuko. The brilliance crafted within the beautiful, perfect woman Nezuko, who in case I have yet to mention is extremely cute, makes her a being of adoration for the masses. There's literally no reason to not like Nezuko. She's not a two-dimensional character. She's a useful woman. She provides amazing character interactions within the series in regards to both Tanjiro and Zenitsu. She gives us an inside glance into what makes a demon, giving us an entirely different perspective within the actual story following demon slayers, and why demons should be slayed despite the fact that they should be felt bad for. And also, she is completely adorable with this scroll thing in her mouth and how she can like shrink to fit in that little box and how she jumps around, and she's just cute, and like I can go for like an hour tangent just talking about her awesome adorability, but that is not the point. Being that she is awesome and adorable, someone drew fan art of her, but lewd and as an adult, being that she's like, I don't know, 15 or something. What's the difference? Not the point. So, well, I don't know exactly why, but the pedophilia defenders of the universe came together and decided to say, how dare you draw lewd fan art of an adult version of a child? Because if you're drawing lewd fan art of an adult version of a child, it means you're attracted to the child, making you a pedo. And now that this 4D chess game was properly played out by the attacker, I still don't have any idea what's going on over here, okay? You're blasting everyone that draws an adult lewd Nezuko, but meanwhile you have every 10-year-old girl in Pokemon find a different way to get smashed by a Mamoswine. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not here to actually pick one side of a legitimate argument. That's not what I do. I am stupid anime YouTube guy and also a YouTuber, so therefore you should not trust me. Remember, never trust a YouTuber. YouTubers all have a hidden agenda. They are not to be trusted. That said, please trust me and smash like on this video so we can hit 50,000, and also subscribe. That would be really cool. Trust me, fam. But never trust a YouTuber. So, again, I'm not picking a side in this argument. I'm just calling out the hypocrisy. I don't care what your takes are on lewd art on children and an adult version of children, which most people call adults, are. But if you have to jump through mental hula hoops to call someone on Twitter a pedophile, my personal advice is don't, especially if it's slightly hypocritical with everything else going on the internet. I mean, I'm not here to give an opinion or anything, but have you seen the sheer mass of lewd doujins drawn about My Hero Academia's Class 1A students? Trust me, there will be an entire episode of the worst fandoms in anime dedicated to My Hero Academia, and it will be a longer video than this one, I guarantee it, because, well, the fandom is bigger, and therefore it includes more nutcases. That's my theory on bad fandoms, by the way. I don't believe any fandom is inherently toxic. I just think that if it's bigger, there are more nutcases giving it a worse name. That's a topic for another time, but there's like infinite lewdness going on with these 15-year-old My Hero Academia girls, and oh, that's all fine and dandy. But did I just see a lewd version of an adult Nezuko? Well, that means you're having sexual thoughts about a child, which made you draw her as an adult. Moral of the story, if it takes 5,000 IQ to try and figure out why someone's a pedophile, especially when the claim is hypocritical in every way, personal hot take, just don't claim they're a pedophile. That said and done, though, Nezuko is precious, and you have to remember that precious anime characters are for patting, not fapping. Hashtag pat not fap. A slogan I can definitely get behind. Not literally, of course, because that defeats the entire purpose of the slogan. Almost as much as my current purpose in life. Hashtag Hisoka 2020. His presidential campaign will be great. He will be the greatest president of all time. His wall will be made of a mix between the attributes of rubber and gum, and little boys will pay for that wall. But again, we're gonna have to be discussing Hisoka another day. I am the personal entire collective bad fandom for Hisoka, so well, another time, everyone. So now we've reached a slight impasse. I didn't expect the Demon Slayer segment to be quite this long, and I really wanted to do it well, justice, because I didn't just want to half-ass it out here. But the problem is, it's the shortest segment I had planned for my worst fandoms in anime. I already have scripts written out for Dragon Ball, My Hero Academia, One Piece, and parts of other anime, but all those videos will be way longer than this one. So I'm afraid that the worst fandoms in anime series will probably only contain one fandom apiece, unless it's a really short one. one, in which case I will do more than one. Yes, very deep and inspiring. That said, if I now decide, oh, now we'll talk about One Piece, the video is going to be over 30 minutes, and well, that's a very long video to be talking about bad fandoms. So we will conclude episode 1 of the worst fandoms in anime here. Smash like 50k, and the next part will be out within a week. So please smash like, because I already kind of have scripts for like more of them, and I'm down because I like making fun of bad fandoms. And subscribe if you're interested in seeing them. I never really do community-based videos, so if you don't like them, also let me know in the comments, because, well, constructive criticism is a good thing, believe it or not. Links are in the description to my Twitter. Feel free to follow me there. To my Twitch, feel free to follow me there. To my merch, feel free to pick some of that shiz up. And to my Patreon, all patrons are invited to the Discord server, and all pledges are extremely appreciated. Have yourselves a most wonderful evening, and remember to stay weird, fam.